We got the media team in here. We're the media
We're the
team.
media team. We got content. TV's in the go. We got TV in the go, Wack.
You looking for that fire Clubhouse content? Well, you need to subscribe to the home. Hey, yo, Clubhouse TV. Let's get to the content.
That's a good one.
In the block.
Well, we here now. Good evening. Tonight's room is not speculation, no rumor. We ain't got no YouTube channels. We ain't got no social media narratives to run. All right, y'all. So everything we discuss tonight comes directly from the federal court rulings, right? Directly from the public paperwork, including all these wiretap orders, the search warrant applications, and the sworn affidavits filed in the Central District of California. Everything is public, y'all, so don't even trip. All these documents are signed under the penalty of perjury by the federal agents and approved by the United States magistrate judges who signed them. We're going to read from them. We're going to explain them. We're going to discuss exact government is alleging within them, not what the people think is happening. So sorry about that, y'all. Only public paperwork. This room is not about process, structure, and evidence. It's not about conclusions. What this case is and what it's not a single incident case, not a traffic stop. It's not a one-off arrest. This is a federal RICO investigation that unfolded over several years. These wiretaps confirm that. And escalated from phone surveillance to covert entry into a physical location. You guys remember the shop? You guys remember that quote-unquote classic car shop? That was the target location that they had to be into. We'll explain it later. This case involves wiretap authorizations, pin register and trace and trap devices, GPS location tracking, and also that covert entrance into a business location. Federal judges did not approve these steps casually. Each step requires escalating probable cause and necessity. Here is where we determine whether or not they had probable cause or not. This is the whole point of this room. We seen the motion from Big U a couple days ago to suppress a lot of these wiretaps. Now we're going to get into the actual wiretaps, what's inside of them, and why you kind of want to suppress them regardless, right? Anybody got any questions on what a Title III wiretap is? I can explain to you guys in plain English. I give you guys the actual black law definition. Let me know. Anybody lost? Nah, because there's no room for the weak. We've been here a long time.
We good.
All right, so when you hear Title III is the most intrusive surveillance tool available to the government, short of arresting your ass. So Title III in itself should have one of the greatest reasonable acts to achieve, or qualifications of your privacy. So an affidavit to get a Title III wiretap needs to meet certain parameters, because that is one of the greatest invasions of your privacy, is to have the federal government listen to your communications pretty much without arresting you. So Title III comes from 18 USC 2518. It allows live interception of phone calls, background conversations near the phone, voicemail interception, and within this case, you're going to see exactly how they utilize those Title III wiretaps on the target phone numbers and who those target phone numbers are. They'll tell you as well. It requires the approval at the highest levels, and it also requires that proof of normal investigations have failed. And within the paperwork, they're going to tell you why they seek these Title III wiretaps. Because when they're listening it into the first set of wiretaps, they notice that they're not hearing enough at the actual target location. So they say, hey, let's go ahead and authorize a new period, because we're hearing some things, but we don't think they're discussing it here. And that leads into a whole other rabbit hole on the second period of intercepted calls between everybody. Put that into the back of your mind, that there was 2 periods of interception. You didn't hear anything that first period. They've never gotten the extension for the second period. You have a quote-unquote trap and trace device on your phone for a period of 30 days, and they hear about 8 other murders, and they're investigating you for a goddamn fraud Of course they're going to get the goddamn second extension to investigate you some more, right? So keep that in the back of your mind of what they have to quote unquote get that extension and what they said they had at the time on a whole quote unquote big U enterprise. It started with one extortion victim, and then when they hear the phone calls and everything, it moves to what? Drug trafficking phones through jails, alleged murder, X, Y, and Z. That's on the second period. You guys got to pay attention to it. They're actually going to tell us that's what they heard, right? Why does this change everything? Because RICO cases are not about proving one crime. They're about proving a pattern of crimes tied together by an enterprise. In order for the government to prove RICO, they have to prove that an enterprise existed. Remember, the government is alleging that this is a separate enterprise from the Rolling 60s gang. It's called the Big U enterprise, made up of quote-unquote extortionists, ransom, all of these things, kidnapping, drug trafficking, firearms trafficking, and up to murder. That enterprise has to affect interstate commerce across state lines. When we read Big U's argument to dismiss certain things, the argument was that the quote-unquote Hobbs Act robbery is technically a state crime. The drugs came from manufactured inside the state of California. The drugs never moved state lines. This is the argument in the motion. The drugs never moved state lines. The money never moved any type of federal. So therefore, you cannot process this crime under federal statute. This is a state crime only. Doesn't affect interstate commerce. That was the argument. They have yet to rule on that argument. You also have to have a pattern of racketeering activity. Remember, it's a 10-year period, 2 or more acts furthering the enterprise, furthering a crime in furtherance of the enterprise. That's a pattern of racketeering activity. 2 crimes, 2 acts, if you want to be technical, committed within a 10-year period to further the enterprise. You also have to participate in that enterprise or be a leader in that enterprise in order to fall under the quote-unquote federal statute for RICO. Anybody have any questions on that? What they have to prove? Speak now, forever hold your peace before I move off.
No.
Okay. All right. So now we're going to have to reference the affidavit language discussing the enterprise structure and the leadership roles. Y'all ping up and share the room. Man. I got 3 documents here, and I got around 300 pages. So bear with me real quick as I get this information. Let me see. United States District Court, Central District of California, in the matter of the application of the United States of America for an order authorizing the interception of oral communications at 1613 West 134th Street, Suite 3, Gardena, California, 90249. This was filed under seal. It is no longer sealed. There was probable cause to believe that Eugene Henley Jr., also known as AKA Big U, AKA Draws, AKA Unc, Sylvester Robinson, AKA Vay, AKA V, Mark Martin, AKA Bear Claw, Zaire Mitchell, AKA Brick, AKA Big Shitty, Darrell Scott, Devon Douglas, AKA Debo Douglas, Lamarck Saunders, AKA Tiny Draw Saunders, and others yet unknown, collectively the target communicators, have committed, are committing, and will continue to commit violations of 18 U.S.C. 1962 and 1963, racketeer influence and corrupt organizational offenses. There is probable cause that the target communicator conspirators constitute an enterprise. That is a group of individuals shared in fact, Members and associates of this enterprise are believed to have violated 18 U.S.C. 1962 RICO and RICO conspiracy by conducting and conspiring to conduct the affairs of an association in fact enterprise, which enterprise engaged in the activities of which affect interstate or foreign commerce, through a pattern of racketeering activity consisting of acts involving extortion in violation of California state law and murder in violation of Nevada state law, and acts indictable under Title 18 United States Code Section 1952. The target communicators use the target location to arrange and coordinate the activities of this. There is probable cause to believe that particular oral communications of the target communicators and other persons, yet unknown, will be obtained through the interception of oral communications at the confines of an automotive repair shop called Under the Hood Muscle Cars, located at 1613 West 134th Street, Suite 3, Gardena, California. Am I saying that right? Is it Gardena? Gardena?
Yes, Gardena.
Gardena? Okay, got you. AKA Beer Claw Shop, AKA The Shop, AKA The Car Place. This is the target location. In particular, there is probable cause to believe that these communications will concern the specifics of the target offenses, including identifying and providing admissible evidence of the following: acts taken in furtherance of the target offenses, including acts taken by the co-conspirators of the target communicators involving racketeering acts such as murder, conspiracy to commit murder, extortion, robbery, and drug trafficking. There is probable cause to believe that the target location has been, is being, and will continue to be used in connection with the commission of the target offenses. All right. Give me 1 second, y'all. Now, I'm going to get into the authority to make the application. This is coming from a special agent. The FBI is conducting an investigation into possible violations of offenses enumerating in 18 U.S.C. 2516 to include the following: 18 U.S.C. 1962 and 1963, racketeer influence and corrupt organizations RICO offenses; 18 U.S.C. 1951, interference with commerce by threats of violence; 18 U.S.C. 922G, felon in possession of firearm or ammunition; 18 U.S.C. 924C, use of firearm in furtherance of a crime of violence or drug trafficking crime; 18 U.S.C. 1343, wire fraud; 18 U.S.C. 1341, mail fraud; 18 U.S.C. 1955, conducting an illegal gambling business; 18 U.S.C. 1344, bank fraud; 18 U.S.C. 1014, false statements in loan applications; 18 U.S.C. 1791, providing contraband in prison; 21 U.S.C. 841, distribution of a controlled substance; and 21-846, conspiracy to distribute a controlled substance. Collectively, the target offenses by persons including Henley, Sylvester Robinson, aka Vay, aka V, Martin, Zaire Mitchell, aka Brick, aka Big Shitty Mitchell, Darrell Scott, Devon Douglas, aka Debo Douglas, Lamarck Saunders, aka Tiny Draw Saunders, and others yet known. These are the target communicators of the investigation.
So they going to jail?
This is the thing. Once we get to the end, I'm going to ask that question. Because let me keep reading to you guys. I am currently one of the agents assigned to investigation of Eugene Henley Jr., also known as Big U, aka Draws, and the Henley racketeering enterprise occurring in LA. I have been participating in an investigation of the enterprise since March 2021. Take hints of these dates. As shown and discussed in more detail below, Henley is widely regarded as the longtime leader of the Rolling 60s neighborhood street gang, and the enterprise and organization distinct and separate from the Rolling 60s. During this investigation, the LAMTVG, remember that's that task force, developed information that Sylvester Robinson, aka Vay, collects extortion payments on behalf of Henley. With respect to extortion, that same organization developed information that some rap artists and professional athletes are required to pay Henley a fee when they visit LA. Based on my training and experience and knowledge of the investigation, I believe the fees Henley collects from rap artists and professional athletes are extortion payments, which are required in exchange for Henley's protection from the gang violence that Henley would order if payments were not made. Henley, Robinson, and others are also engaged in other legal activities in furtherance of the enterprise. In 2021, that same task force developed information that members of the enterprise traveled from LA to Las Vegas, and Henley murdered a rap artist working for Henley. Members of the enterprise were then directed to cover up Henley's involvement in the murder. Based upon the investigation in this case, as set forth in detail below, there is probable cause to believe that Henley, Robinson, Mark Martin, aka Bearclaw, Darrell Scott, aka Five, aka Feezy, Zaire Mitchell, aka Brick, aka Big Shitty Mitchell, Devon Douglas, aka Debo Douglas, Lamarck Saunders, aka Tiny Jaw Saunders, and others yet known, have committed, are committing, and will continue to commit violations of others enumerated in 18 U.S.C. 2516. It says, discussions I have personally concerning this investigation with experienced fraud, human trafficking, and money laundering investigators. Physical surveillance conducted by the FBI and local law enforcement agencies, the results of which have been reported to me either directly or indirectly. Public records, telephone toll records, pin register and trap and trace information, and telephone subscriber information. Statements of confidential human sources and a cooperating witness. Intercepted recordings and telephone calls from the consensually monitored telephone of CHS-1. Intercepted telephone calls and electronic communications over one of Henley's telephones, and intercepted calls over one of Martin's, Robinson, and Zaire Mitchell's telephones. Controlled extortion payments to Henley and Robinson. Consensually recorded meetings with Henley and Robinson. Financial statements and records. This is everything that the agent is putting into his affidavit. If you're from that area and you kind of know about these incidents, then you know about these incidents, right? So here's the prior applications that are in the affidavit for the special agent. I'm just going to read them to you guys. And I'm pretty sure to some people this will mean some things. Henley was named as a principal in an FBI Los Angeles case. The case number is 281 Charlie Lima Alpha 024 6605 Echo Lima Alpha. Record number Lima Alpha Charlie Delta Charlie Alpha 1033. On February 22nd, 2008, signed by the United States District Judge John Walker in the Central District of California. The interception has terminated. Henley was named as a principal in an FBI Los Angeles case, 281 Delta, Lima Alpha, 461, 2810, record number 16, Charlie Romeo India Mike, dash 2311028 on August 18th, 2016. And record number 16, Charlie Romeo Indio Mike 2021227 on July 20th, 2016. Both signed by United States District Judge Dolly M.G. in the city of California. This interception has terminated. So these are all previous applications into wiretap authorizations into Big U due to these investigations. If anyone is trying to track this, right? So we have an investigation in 2008, an investigation in 2016, two separate ones in 2016. One in August, one in July, and then one in February of 2008. Those are all federal investigations. On November 2nd, 2022, this judge signed an order in case number, which is this case number, 222 Charlie Mike 221, Foxtrot Lima Alpha, authorizing the interception of wire and electronic communications, the installation and use of a PIN register and trap and trace devices, and the release of subscriber information and cell site information on target telephone 1, used by Henley, ended on December 2nd, 2022. So they can only do this for 30 days. The judge authorized, once again, interception of wire and electronic comm. They also authorized to install a PIN register and a trap and trace device on his phone to monitor his whereabouts that gives him GPS location data on Eugene Henley, and the release of subscriber information and cell site information on his phone. That was only for 30 days. That started on November 2nd, 2022 and ended December 2nd, 2022. If you guys are keeping track of it all, it makes sense when it makes sense. That was prior affidavit 1 that they used to get that wiretap authorization. On December 20th, 2022, the same judge signed an order in the same case, authoring the renewed interception of wire communications, the installation and use of a PIN register and trap and trace device, the release of subscriber information and cell site information on target telephone 1. On February 6, 2023, the same judge signed the order in the same case, renewing it again, authorizing the renewed interception of wire communications, the same installation of the PIN and register trap and trace devices, more subscriber information on Eugene Henley, but now they're adding a target telephone 2 and a target telephone 3. So let's backtrack now. They heard somewhere because now they added Brick Baby and target telephone 2 to the wiretap now, and got a brand new authorization and got a renewal for Big U. So on February 6th, they got the authorization, and then 30 days later, give or take, on March 24th, on February 6th, they got the authorization for Brick Baby and Target Phone 2, and that ended March 7, 2023. So they heard something between that December authorization and that February authorization. So between December of 2022 and February of 2023, they heard something because they only had the wiretap on Big U's phone. After that, a month later, they get the wiretap on Big U's phone again. After that, they get the wiretap on Target 2 and Target 3. Then, on March, the same judge authorized a renewal, the same trap and trace devices. So they renewed telephone 1, which is Henley, telephone 2, they're not telling us who it is yet. Actually, they did. So telephone 2 is Robinson. So March 24th, they renewed telephone 1, Henley, telephone 2, Robinson, telephone 3, Mitchell. But they add telephone 4 now, who's Mark Martin. So they heard something between that February and the March one Now they added Mark Martin. They renewed everybody, Big U, Sylvester Robinson, Rick Baby, but now they added Mark Martin to the trap and trace device. The affidavit shows that there's probable cause to believe that the target communicators, remember we told them all in the beginning, are using the target location, which is the muscle shop, to commit the target offenses. This agent said he reviewed public records, law enforcement databases, and criminal history records for the targeted communicators. Right? It says, based upon this review, the relevant criminal history and personal identifying information of the target conspirators are as follows. So where they list where they live at, we're not going to do that. Not going to dox anybody. They have their birthday as well. So they get the birthday where Eugene Henley and where he actually lives at in LA. Let's see. It says Henley is believed to discuss the target offenses inside of the target location. He has a 1991 felony conviction for robbery that resulted in a 23-year sentence. Henley has been identified through source information, surveillance, entry records, and wire interception as being involved in the target offenses. Sylvester Robinson, to give his birthday and where he lives at, has used multiple telephones in this investigation to commit the target offenses. Robinson has access to discuss the target offenses inside of the target location. Robinson defers to Henley's authority and completes all tasks assigned to him. During this investigation, Henley directed Robinson to collect cash representing extortion payments. Robinson has a pending case with the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department for burglary. Huh? That's interesting. LAPD arrested Robinson on June 15, 2022, pursuant to that warrant, and seized a pistol from Robinson's vehicle during an inventory search. The Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office rejected the prosecution of that case. I'm going to read that back a little bit slower. Maybe you didn't catch that. During this investigation, they said they had Robinson collecting cash payments representing extortion payments. He has a pending case with San Bernardino County for burglary. He was arrested June 15, 2022, pursuant to that warrant, and they found a pistol on him when they arrested him. It then states that the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office rejected a prosecution of that case. Martin, the subpoena returns from Bank of America revealed that Martin, CFO of Developing Options, a nonprofit funded by the city of LA that purportedly provides gang violence reduction services. It says Eugene Henley is the CEO of Developing Options. Mark Martin has a 94 felony conviction for assaulting a person with a firearm that resulted in a 7-year prison sentence. Based on wire interceptions and review of poll camera footage, this agent believes that Martin operates the target location. He's learned from wire interceptions over Henley's telephone that the target location belongs to Martin. After reviewing multiple days of footage from the poll camera, the agent learned that Martin consistently opens and closes the target location himself. Give me 1 second, y'all.
While we waiting, y'all ping up and share the room. Ping up and share the room. It's getting good. It's getting
All right, I'm back, yo. Dog's going crazy. All right. So he has a 94 felony conviction for assaulting a firearm, resulted in a 7-year prison sentence. Right? Let me see. Scott As said more detail below, Scott tampered with evidence related to the homicide on behalf of Henley. Oh, okay. We ain't sure who that is. So whoever Scott is, they're saying that he tampered with evidence
I know who that is.
on behalf of Henley. Okay. Thank you, Keita. All right. Had him tamper with evidence on the homicide. Ugh. Let's see. It says Zaire Mitchell. Let's see. Zaire Mitchell conducts robberies for the enterprise. Remember, he's not named in the indictment. Do that what you will. Zaire Mitchell conducts robberies for the enterprise. He has a 2016 felony conviction for threatening crime with the intent to terrorize, resulted in a sentence of 3 years of probation, and a 2020 felony conviction for robbery that resulted in a 6-year prison sentence. And at the end of the day, you're going to know all about Zaire Mitchell because they tell us all about him in his paperwork. So, once again, y'all do the math. Douglas, once again, still don't know who that is. Wire interception revealed that Douglas stores firearms. That's not good. For members of the enterprise. He has a criminal history that includes a 2015 felony conviction for firearms possession that resulted in a 2-year prison sentence. Another person that's not in the indictment. Saunders, tiny drawers. As set forth in prior affidavit 3, paragraphs 39 and 40, Saunders stored a firearm for Henley. While Saunders is not a convicted felon, Henley is a convicted felon and prohibited from possessing firearms. So they had him stashing a burner for Henley, and they had it on Wiretap too. The whole conversation. That's interesting because he's not in the indictment either. Guys got any questions so far? We'll take a quick little 5-second break and come off that mic. Let me know who in the building before we keep going. We're about to get into the target location, how they bugged it, how they basically, how they copied the gate codes, how they put the trap and trace devices on their phones. Like, this shit is crazy. Hey, yo, this is crazy. Y'all ping up and shit and come off that mic.
That's the shit we was talking about last night, huh, Prince?
That's exactly what it is, man. They wanted to know. This is what they're kind of doing now. Instead of them presenting that you called somebody and got some shit popping, they're gonna say you my shooter, and in the course of a year, I called you 30 times. I called you 50 times. I called you 60 times. And that's what they're using to basically say that these guys are all in the enterprise together, just further evidence. Like, look how much they're calling each other. That's crazy to me, but that's what they're doing. So within that 30-day period, when that person's phone is hot, yo, and you call that person's phone more than a couple of times, guess what happens?
You called them.
You on that radar. I'm telling you right now. So, and they hear you discussing anything. Remember, they're not even investigating half of this shit. It was just one person extortion in the beginning. One victim. Within that 30 days, they heard so much shit.
Ooh.
Adding more person, adding that person, adding that person. Oh, that conversation is interesting. And that's what they did.
Like a fly on the wall.
But once again, that's why if that person is hot and that person know they hot, you see how nasty it is if you know you hot to keep talking on that phone. And remember, this isn't the first time that you've been the target of an investigation. It distinctly put here, it says on 3 separate occasions did we have to wiretap your phone. Ugh. Anybody else? Come off that mic. Come off that mic. No room for the weak. Content creators of the year, y'all. And y'all, ping 600, man. Ping my exposed brother in here.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I put a little extra.
I don't see his name in here. What's his real name? Christopher Lovejoy? I don't see his name in here. I don't see the homie name in here. I don't see no.
Clear that shit.
I don't see no homie name in here. Y'all ping the homie. See what he got to say about this shit. Y'all ping Wack.
Omega in the building. We got content.
Yo, Ray, we haven't even got to nothing yet. This ain't nothing. This is my nigga. This is page 30.
Uh-oh.
We haven't even got to this nigga running drugs and running. How you the #1 firearm trafficker for the 60s and you not in this indictment, brother? How that? Be quiet. You know my motto: just keep reading, just keep reading, just keep reading, just keep. All right, y'all. Now you about to hear these boys had to go into that location covertly, man. They set them boys up nasty. I'm looking at the GRG right here. Man, this bringing back memories, y'all. It's bringing back memories. The aerial view, the GRG, the one grid square. Oh man, target location, figure 4, device number 3. All right, so I don't know this location, y'all. I'm gonna bring my other account in here. I've never been there, and we're just gonna discuss this location. Right? Give me 1 second, y'all.
Man, hey, them boys play different. Them fans play different. This is all that they know.
All right, PTO. All right. So it looks like it says roll up door. It says basketball hoop.
I got him.
Somebody meet him up.
Yeah. It ain't letting me. CL, mute up, bro.
It then says device 1 in the office space, device 2. Looks like they put device 3 near the vehicle, so they have vehicle 1, vehicle 2, vehicle 3, 4 vehicles in there, and then device 3. So three devices, 3 listening devices inside of Mark Martin's shop. Additionally, it is requested that special agents of the FBI be authorized to enter the target location surreptitiously. Damn, they use that big ass word. These motherfuckers foul. Covertly and by using force if necessary. I'm gonna back up, y'all. This is crazy. Y'all pick up and share the room. Additionally, is requested that the special agents of the FBI be authored to enter the target location surreptitiously, covertly, and by using force if necessary to install, maintain, and remove their interception devices used by the FBI to intercept and record the oral communications. That's just crazy. Since 2021. Since 2021. Since
Can you hear
20.
me? Prince,
Can
can you hear
you hear
me?
me? I hear you.
Oh, so that means that they had cameras in the buildings, like surveillance.
Yes, ma'am. They had listen. They had listening devices. They installed 3 of them. They copied the goddamn key locks. They copied the gate code. They had surveillance on Brick,
Wow.
surveillance on Ray, surveillance on Big U. Multiple times in this investigation, I'm gonna tell you, Rose, multiple times when they heard them. Remember when they had the Brick Baby shit discussing hurting his wife and hurting his baby mother, and
Uh-huh.
they ran down on him?
Yeah.
There's more than 4 occasions where they thought they could run down and catch him with all those guns. They just couldn't literally get him at the spot. This is gonna read like a movie, I promise you. And we don't know none of this shit going on, by the way, right? Nobody know
Right.
none of this shit going on, right? For 3 years, the feds is literally playing James Bond with y'all, and nobody know nothing. Okay, all right. Anybody else? Remember, nobody know nothing, y'all. Since 2021, the FBI has been investigating Henley, Martin, and Robinson, the target communicators, that's all the people we told you above, and others, including members of the Rolling 60 Street Gang. They tell you right then who they're investigating since 2021. It says the authorized wire interceptions of telephones belonging to Henley, Robinson, and Martin have revealed that Henley and others are engaging in the target offenses. We also learned, as detailed below, that Henley is the lead suspect in a January 2021 homicide in Las Vegas, Nevada. During the course of the investigation, remember that task force learned that Martin operates the target location. This is where it's gonna get spicy, y'all. Listen. Remember I told you they tried to put some undercovers under Big U. Literally. According to information obtained from an FBI undercover employee on March 30th, 2023, they had an undercover employee at the what? That's crazy. According to information, according to information obtained, give me 1 second, I gotta find my spot again. According to information obtained from an FBI undercover employee on March 31st, 2023, the target location is known as Under the Hood Muscle Cars. According to information obtained, the fuck? According to information obtained from wire interceptions, Henley, Robinson, and Martin utilized the target location as a base of operations to discuss the target offenses. Specifically, after the Las Vegas detectives made inquiries about the 2021 homicide with Stacy Henley, Henley's wife, Henley immediately called Martin and directed him to meet him at the target location. Based on the agent's review of the intercepted comm and knowledge of the investigation set forth below, he believes Henley wanted to meet Martin at the target location to discuss the homicide, thereby avoiding law enforcement interception. Surveillance of a poll camera revealed that Henley met with Martin for approximately 6 hours at the target location following the call. Damn. So they had a camera at the location.
They was on his ass.
They was on his
Hey,
ass. They was on his bumper.
And those poll cameras are diabolical. I learned about those.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they really been on you. Like,
Salute the Rollo. What'd you say?
Mhm.
So, wire interception also revealed that Henley directed Robinson to meet him at the target location prior to an attempted extortion of an employee of a legal cannabis dispensary. Now, ad nauseum, we heard about this story, but it's only part of the story. That's the initial investigation, right? The agent anticipates that interception of the target location is necessary for investigators to more fully identify the network of co-conspirators associated with the target communicators. So now, read that statement again. We gave you all the target communicators, right? Debo, Tiny Draws, Vay, Martin, Brick Baby, Eugene Henley, right? A couple of others. But now this is where they're saying, literally, hey, we can go get more people. Says it right here. It says, I, which is the agent, anticipate the interception of the target location is necessary for investigators to more fully identify the network of co-conspirators associated with the target communicators, including the true scope of operations of the enterprise, the depth and breadth of the leadership structure of the enterprise, the role played by the Rolling 60s, and key facilitation components, such as money laundering and others. There you go. Here's the background of the Rolling 60s, according to the agent. The enterprise is comprised of associates of Henley, as well as members in its Rolling 60s. Henley is widely regarded as the longtime leader of the Rolling 60s. The Rolling 60s is a criminal street gang with approximately 1,600, this is according to them, 1,600 documented members in South LA and multiple sets throughout the United States. While the Rolling 60s territory in LA has changed over time, it is generally understood to be contained from, this is them, not me, to be contained from La Brea Avenue to the west, Arlington Avenue to the east, Florence Avenue to the south, and roughly Slauson Avenue to the north. Sure. Based on the strength of its numbers and its reputation for violence, the Rolling 60s gang controls drug trafficking and other illegal activities within this territory. This is them, not me. Rolling 60s members are commonly jumped into the gang, a process where a prospective member must fight multiple gang members at once. If Rolling 60s members were not jumped, they usually had familiar ties to the gang or were vouched by other Rolling 60s members. Henley is considered the boss of the enterprise, an organization that includes longtime confidants, lieutenants, or second-tier levels that are proven trustworthy by Henley, and low-level members that conduct other criminal activities. Interception from the wiretaps, as set forth in more detail below, reveal that Henley surrounds himself with associates and individuals engaging in criminal activity on his behalf. Based on his knowledge, this is the structure of the Rolling 60s. Henley is the kingpin or the boss. He is commonly referred to as Unc, Big U, or Draws by other members of the enterprise. Confidential sources, this is the first time they're going to mention in this paperwork, confidential sources from the agent. So the agent already has confidential sources, targeted communicators, and other criminal elements and individuals in the LA gang. Several decade-old associates of Henley or lieutenants served directly underneath Henley in the enterprise. Robinson is considered the underboss or second in charge. According to Robinson's statements during a consensually monitored meeting with CHS-1, Confidential Human Source 1. Let me tell you about Confidential Human Source 1. Confidential Human Source 1 has a criminal history that includes arrests for narcotics conspiracy and distribution, as well as a felony conviction for human trafficking of a minor. As well as conviction for human trafficking of a minor under the age of 18 in violation of California Penal Code Section 236.1. CHS-1 is receiving consideration in connection with a pending drug case from the United States Attorney's Office in the Southern District of Ohio for his cooperation with law enforcement.
So he's guilty of all of that shit, and they still working with him because he give them information?
Yes.
Wow.
Nigga is guilty of, what did I just say he was guilty
Yeah,
of?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Say that
Human
again.
trafficking of a minor under the age of 18, narcotics
I thought I
conspiracy,
heard.
and a pending drug case. And once again, he just gets to say he knows about some shit because he's getting
And get
extorted, right?
out on the street.
He's the owner of the illegal marijuana dispensaries.
Oh wow.
This should read like a Netflix series or some shit.
Hello?
I thought it was just me. It did go quiet, right?
Yeah. God.
Like these basketball games, loud as shit over here.
So I ping up and clear the room.
This shit is crazy, y'all. All right, y'all. Excuse me.
Saga continues.
It says Robert said that the underboss or second in charge. According to Robert's statements, during a consensually monitored meeting with CHS-1, we already told you who he was and his background. So the consensually monitored meeting happened on September 15, 2022. While Robertson is not a member of the Rolling 60s, he is aware that Henley was actively... Holy shit. Okay, this is their words, not mine. It says, while Robertson is not a member of the Rolling 60s, he is aware that Henley was actively killing people, and he is entrusted to collect money or tax from businesses and individuals in the LA area on behalf of the enterprise. Robertson also plans robberies or plays for Henley. The feds are calling them plays? Holy shit.
Using our terminology, that's
holy
crazy.
shit. Yo, that scares me. Robertson also plans robbery or plays for Henley. But this is back in 2021. You see what I'm saying? Robertson also plans robberies or plays for Henley. Robertson has told CS1 that he often has to give Henley 90% of the proceeds of the robberies. On or about August 15, 2021 and August 16, 2021, CHS-1 conducted a consensually monitored meeting with Robertson and the others. He set them up at that meeting. Once again, August 15th, 2021, August 16th, 2021, CHS-1 conducted a consensually monitored meeting with Robertson and the others. During that meeting, Robertson told CHS-1 that Henley is in charge. Robertson is second in command and everybody else reports to them. Robertson also told CHS-1 during a consensually monitored telephone call that he only needs to report to Henley and nobody else. Henley told CHS-1 and others that he relies on Robertson to obtain supplies when threatening others, such as masks and tape. Martin is considered to have a familiar stature to Robertson in the enterprise. Unlike Robertson, Martin is a member of the Rolling 60s. Martin has been a confidant of Henley for decades, as he admits in the docuseries. On September 15, 2022, during a consensually monitored meeting between Robertson and CHS-1, Robertson told CHS-1 that Robertson and Martin know almost everything about Henley. According to financial records, Martin is also the CFO of Development Options. This agent has reviewed the financial records obtained and believed Martin is laundering money through developing options. Damn. Douglas, Saunders, Scott, and Mitchell are considered lieutenants. Oh. Really? Douglas, Saunders, Scott, and Mitchell are considered lieutenants. Wire interception has revealed that Douglas and Saunders store firearms for Henley. Scott is also considered a lieutenant, and at Henley's direction, tampered with evidence several days after the homicide discussed below. According to wire interception, Mitchell provides Henley with proceeds of various target offenses, kicks up to the big boss. Homicide of Rayshawn Williams and identification of the target location. Y'all ping up and share the room, y'all. About to get serious, y'all. Once again, respect to the family. Respect to all the victims involved. About to get deep. You guys want me to stop and pause? Just come up the mic and let me know. On the morning of January 25th, 2021, North Las Vegas Police Department, NLVPD, detective discovered the body of Rayshawn Williams lying in the desert near the Apex landfill in North Las Vegas, Nevada. Williams had been shot multiple times and his body had been dragged and left in a ditch not far from Interstate 15. Hours before his homicide, Williams was Jamal Rashid's studio, located at, I'm not gonna dox it, with Henley. NLVPD investigation revealed that Williams was one of Henley's recording artists and was at the studio as a guest of Henley. According to a witness, witness one, pay attention, so they have a witness, witness one. Witness one is associated with the studio and has a criminal history that includes a 2020 misdemeanor arrest for soliciting prostitution. Witness one is not receiving any benefits for providing information about the homicide to Las Vegas PD. Witness one's information has been independently corroborated through interviews with family members of the victims and an analysis of historical cellular telephone tower data. Witness one did not know Henley well, nor did Witness one ever meet Scott prior to the homicide. Witness one is motivated to cooperate with the PD because Witness one has a family member who works for law enforcement. For these reasons, the agent considers Witness one reliable. Let's go back up. Henley was one of the last people with Williams prior to the homicide. Witness one also stated that Robinson drove Henley to Las Vegas from LA in a dark gray Lexus. The Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department's forensic laboratory compared the DNA that the FBI surreptitiously collected from Robinson on February 17, 2022. So what you take away from that, February 17, 2022, the FBI collected DNA from Robinson. And foreign DNA that was collected from the socks and shoes of Williams. The foreign DNA from Williams was not a match to Robinson's DNA. Approximately 2:15. Sorry. Let's go back up. So that kind of ruled Robinson out as the person that dragged him because his DNA was down in his socks. It then says detectives obtained a court-ordered search warrant for 2 of Henley's phones. Target telephone 1 for the week leading up to the homicide of Williams. According to witness 1, an analysis of Henley's phones Henley and Robinson arrived in Vegas on January 23rd, 2021. On January 24th, 2021, at approximately 7 p.m., Henley arrived at the studio. At approximately 8 or 9 p.m., Williams arrived at the studio and recorded a song from approximately 11 p.m. until midnight. On January 25th, 2021, at approximately 12:37 a.m., Henley left the studio and the dark gray Lexus was not at the studio. At approximately 12:58 a.m., which is 21 minutes after leaving the studio, Henley's phones were turned off in the vicinity of the studio. At approximately 1:13 a.m., surveillance footage of 5711 Roundrick Drive, an Airbnb Williams was renting prior to the homicide, revealed a dark gray or silver sedan arriving to the Airbnb. Williams exited the passenger side of the vehicle and entered the Airbnb. At approximately 1:20, Williams exited the Airbnb with a suitcase, put the suitcase in the trunk, and got in the dark gray or silver sedan, which departed. At approximately 2:15, Henley's phones were turned back on. Target 1 placed a call to Robinson, who witnessed when reported was at the studio. At approximately 2:30 or 3 o'clock, Henley returned to the studio alone in the dark gray Lexus and spoke with witness 1. Williams' body was found at approximately 9 a.m. One of the detectives believed Williams died at the location after he observed the roadway contained a distinct patch of blood, which trailed down from the roadway into the desert along with the drag marks. Phones departed Vegas to return to California at approximately 10 a.m. On January 27, 2021, detectives spoke with Williams' family and learned he lived in California and worked as a musician. The family explained Williams had recently been working with Henley and had previously lived at Henley's home for approximately 4 years. Henley arranged travel and living accommodations for Williams at the Airbnb a few days earlier. The investigation revealed that Christian Archie, aka Luke Archie, a friend of Williams, spent the weekend in Vegas and visited Williams at the Airbnb. Archie told detectives that Henley visited the Airbnb and asked Williams why he did not show up to the beauty studio to record on January 23rd. Archie also told him that Williams told Henley he did not have a ride to the studio, but Henley did not appear to be upset. Witness 1 told detectives that Scott removed video recording equipment from the studio a couple of days after the homicide. Witness 1 explained that 3 surveillance digital recording devices had been removed from the studio and all security cameras were disabled. The agent spoke with the person who installed the DVR equipment at the recording studio. On January 31st, this person went to the studio to fix the recording studio that was not working, after the owner called him to fix them. He analyzed the equipment and concluded that the system was unplugged or turned off. The agent said based on his training experience, he believes that Scott tampered with the DVR system. He also believed that the footage from the DVR system would have shown an altercation between Henley and Williams on the night of January 24th, 2021. During the course of the investigation, the task force learned that Martin operates the target location. From February 14th to February 16th, 2023, detectives traveled to LA and attempted to interview Henley about the homicide. The detective spoke with S. Henley, who told Henley was not home. After the interview, Henley met with Martin at the station. On February 23rd, 2023, the judge authorized the renewed interception wire communications of the telephone belonging to Big U. The order was served and the interception began on February 6th of 2023. During that interception, let me backtrack a little bit. On February 23rd, the judge signed the order to renew the wire communications on Big U's phone, telephone 1, the same telephone that was allegedly involved, trapped and traced in the murder. The order was served and interception began on February 6, 2023. During the interception, the task force identified co-conspirators of the target offenses, and with the aid of GPS ping information in the poll camera, determined Henley, Robinson, and Martin met in person to discuss the offenses at the target location. On or about February 14th, remember his phone is hot now, on or about February 14th at approximately 12:05 p.m., Henley, who was using target telephone 1, placed a call to Martin, who was using target telephone 4. During that call, Henley told Martin to meet with him at the target location, was the shop, to discuss Henley's involvement with the homicide. This is the transcript of the conversation they had. Big U is speaking. 5 detectives went by my house this morning from Las Vegas and said they want to talk to me. You hear me? Martin says, yeah. Henley says, probably let you know they was asking about Rashawn and told 2-year anniversary. 2 year it was they wanted to follow up and talk to everybody who was close. And where were you? And where are you at? Martin says, I'm at the shop. Henley says, all right, I'm pulling up on you. Martin says, all right. So according to the agent, he says, based on his knowledge of the investigation, that he believes Henley directed Martin to speak with him at the location to avoid him about the homicide over the telephone. It says, following the call to Martin, Henley immediately placed multiple calls to Scott. The first few calls were not answered. On or about February 14, 2023, at approximately noon, Henley, using the same phone, placed a call to Scott. This is what they said. This is a portion of the conversation. Henley asked, where you at? Scott says, at my house, ready to jump in the shower. What you on? Henley says, I need to pull up on you. Scott says, I, right here at the house. Henley says, I gotta pull up on you. And blank. How long are you gonna be? Henley says, you ain't about to go nowhere, are you? He says, nah, I'm unintelligible. Henley says, okay. Scott says, I'll just jump in the shower though, just to be ready. Henley says, okay. Scott says, all right, for sure. This agent reviewed the poll camera footage of the target location and GPS pinged for telephone 1, which is Big U's phone. It says at approximately 12:34 p.m., Henley entered the location. It says Martin was at the location when Henley arrived. Henley and Martin did not leave the location until 6 p.m. It says on or about February 14th, approximately 3:59 p.m., Robinson, who was using telephone target number 2, made an outgoing call to Henley, who was using target telephone 1. What up, bro? Robinson says, y'all going to AG? Henley says, nah, we at the car place. Robinson says, oh yeah, well, we can make that move. Henley says, on at AG, waiting on him. Robinson says, all right, well, I'm on my way. This is where they're talking between Henley and Robinson. I smacked the Jew boy again. Robinson says, we just left the first spot. Henley says, y'all fine. If y'all remember Jew boy, we ran that paperwork on them. He told us some Israelis as well. I think it was Israelis or something like that. Or some Jewish people. No, they said he wasn't there, so I asked for the manager and I gave him the spiel. Henley says, what'd he say? Robinson said, that nigga just got like nervous and started walking away. And like, all right, okay, so I'm going to do the next one. Henley says, it's another spot. Robinson says he had 2 of them. I'm going to tell him one was visited. Oh, shit, it don't matter. But for sure, one was visited for sure. The other one, Pico. Henley, yeah, you visited the last one. Go check on wifey. Robinson says, all right. Henley says, we're going to let him think for a while. You told him he had to take care of that lady. Robinson says, yeah, I told him he owes 2 people money. He know who he owe, and if he don't pay, we're going to let him make a payment plan. If he don't pay, we're going to shut this motherfucker down. Walk out that motherfucker. But that white boy walking away as I was talking, he'd be like, okay, what's your last name? You don't need to know my last name, motherfucker. Henley said you should have gave him the lady name. I will at this one. Do we have it? Yeah, Creeder got it written on the paper. Give him the information. Tell him he need to take care of that. He know what he need to take care of. Robert says, all right. He got $100 and something bucks from the lady. She supposed to get invested in this woo-woo shit right there. And then she got to go and get her pay. She kind of pay. Sorry, it's unintelligible.
What was that name again?
Krita, Krita.
Critter.
Critter, sorry.
Bitch ass nigga. Oh my God.
I guess you know who that is?
That's the name I was waiting to hear.
Oh, shit. Give me a second then. Who that? Don't tell me. But who that?
That's one of his artists.
Oh, that's an artist? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. So, okay. Yeah, he got him hot then. Okay. It says, so they got 4 extortion victims, by the way. It says Robinson was planning to extort victim 4, who was associated with the legal cannabis dispensary ERBA in West LA. What's that? ERBA?
That's a weed store.
So that's victim 4. When Robinson said, we just left the first spot, I'm going to the next one, he believes Robinson was directly referring to the ERB location throughout LA to search for victim 4, which Henley wanted to brief Robinson on the side of the target location. Damn. I wonder who that is. It says based on his training experience, he believes Henley directed Martin to meet with inside of the target location to discuss Christian Archie, a witness to the homicide. They further believe that Henley wanted to discuss the witness at the target location to avoid law enforcement wire interception. He knows that NLVPD interviewed Nathan Martin, who was also known as Fat Boy, in an effort to locate and speak with Archie, approximately 1 hour prior to this wire interception. When Henley said, did Fat Boy call you? And they went there, he believes he was questioning whether Martin learned about the interview of Martin. When Henley said, you know what I'm talking about, he believed Henley was using code to remind Martin about previous conversations they had related to the homicide. The agent knows that the Vegas PD showed Martin a video of Archie, his nephew, leaving the Airbnb 1 day before the homicide. When Henley said they showed him a video, he believes he was telling Martin that Martin told Henley that the PD showed in Martin the video of Archie leaving the Airbnb 1 day before the homicide. Damn, that's not good. Give me 1 second, y'all. Scrolling through this real quick. Try to get the pertinent points. Real quick, let me see. Okay, so previously intercepted communications, the instant investigation, y'all. On November 2nd, 2023, the same judge authorized the interception of wire and electronic comms of Eugene Henley. During interception, the task force was able to identify potential victims of extortion, identify co-conspirators of the offenses, identify potential links to elected public officials of LA, corroborate information provided by CHS-1, and conduct physical surveillance of Henley with the aid of GPS ping information. It says on March 24th, the same judge renewed interception of wire communications. The order was served and interception occurred from March 27th to April 25th. During that interception, the task force learned that Henley, Robinson, Mitchell, Martin, and Scott's plans to rob and or extort unknown persons. Damn. Wiretap interceptions have revealed that Zaire Mitchell provides Henley with proceeds of his racketeering activities, specifically robbery. The agent plans on conducting additional search warrants specifically for Zaire Mitchell's. He believes that Henley will discuss Mitchell in his racketeering conspiracy at the target location. Wire interception and Las Vegas PD's investigation has also revealed that Scott is involved with the homicide and provides Henley with firearms. The agent plans to conduct an interview of Scott in conjunction with court-authorized interception of the target location. I don't know if they ever interviewed Scott. Based on my interview of Scott, looks like he did. Based on my interview of Scott, I anticipate that Henley and Martin will discuss Scott's involvement in a homicide at the target location. Answer my own question there. Henley has been intercepted in prior Title III applications signed by the Aunt Dolly on July 2016 and August 2016 that have since expired. Henley was intercepted speaking with a narcotics trafficker, but was not charged. Henley was intercepted speaking with a narcotics trafficker, but was not charged in 2016. Henley was also intercepted in a prior Title III application signed by an unknown judge in 2008.
Damn, so they've been listening to him.
I want to get into the confidential sources. Anybody got any questions? We good?
Yeah, we good. There's some good shit, Frank.
Confidential, y'all. Appreciate you. That's what everybody here for, right? All right. I'm lying. Y'all here for the public paperwork, right? It is this agent experience that confidential sources provide significant value to the investigations. Duh. In this case, several CIs, confidential sources, CSs, have been developed by the task force. In this case, several confidential sources have been developed by the task force. Although each confidential informant has been able to provide information in varying degrees related to the target communicators and the Rolling 60s, the information by itself is insufficient to the goals and objectives of the investigation for the following reasons. CHS-1. In this case, CHS-1 provided information on several targeted communicators operating on behalf of Henley since July of 2020. CHS-1 has information about the activities of Henley, Robinson, Martin, Douglas, and Mitchell. CHS-1 has positively identified these individuals from their California driver's license photographs.
Damn, CHS-1 pointed out all them niggas?
All them niggas. CHS-1 was limited to providing information obtained from consensually monitored recordings of Henley and Robinson. CHS-1 has the ability to continue to consensually record telephone calls and meetings with Henley and Robinson. That's crazy. However, CHS-1 is limited in his or her ability to record conversation with Henley Robinson and is not able to meet. Damn. at that target location. CHS-1 is not a trusted insider and has been victimized by both Henley and Robinson. CHS-1 also has not been able to obtain more data regarding other victims of Henley's extortion activities. This is because CHS-1 is afraid of Henley and Robinson. CHS-1 is able to testify in spite of his or her fear of retaliatory acts of Henley, Robinson, and other targeted communicators. CHS-1's criminal history, pending charges, and benefits are described above. CHS-1's information concerning Henley and Robinson has been corroborated by CHS-2. CHS-1's information has been corroborated by CHS-2. So there you have. There's 2 confidential human sources.
Both them niggas was in the car.
Brother.
And both them niggas said all the other names that we know now.
This is crazy, brother. Physical surveillance, video recorded controlled extortion payments. They had the payments on video, by the way. They had them extort them on video, by the way. This is crazy. It says that CHS-1's information about Henley and Robinson has never been found to be false or misleading. CHS-1 is involved with the sale of marijuana at a dispensary. In November 2021, Henley demanded CH1 operate a marijuana dispensary on his behalf. Henley expected CHS-1 to find a location for a marijuana dispensary, pay for the lease of the space, and identify clients interested in marijuana products. CHS-1 is not expected to procure the marijuana from suppliers or manage distribution of the marijuana products. Since the FBI obtained authorization for CHS-1 to participate in the illegal activity, the FBI has complied with precautionary measures to ensure his participation is closely monitored. Damn.
Right, so they was letting him.
Yep.
They was letting him run a illegal drug lead store because it was gonna just be in his name. Big U was doing everything else, right?
Right.
And the police was just gonna let him do it. Just to.
Yep.
That's not what is it called? Entrapment? Yeah, it seemed like he set me up to fail. I mean, I don't know. This is crazy.
But this is where that line is deep. If it's such a thin line with the confidential source doing it and letting it happen, and that's such a great fucking question. Because the issue is, see, that's why the police said that Big U came to him. If it's the other way around, then it's entrapment in my head, Rosetta.
And that's what I was saying. He wanted to do it
right
first. It wasn't like they brought the idea to him. Yeah,
right. That's what changes it to me, is because they have to put the idea in your head and basically tell you to do. So that's what. Yeah, it will be.
Did it say that CS2 confirmed what CS1 said?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Can you tell me what it says about CS2? As a light is clicking on it.
Oh, yes. Give me about 3.5 minutes and I'm going to tell you all about CS2.
Because if CS1 was that close, right?
Right.
CS1 was running a weed business. It
Right.
also says CS1 was able to get close to all individuals, correct? But CS1 could not get to that one location, correct?
Right.
Remember when the room first started and you named a bunch of people?
Uh-huh.
You just said a name that's not named in them bunch of people.
Uh-huh.
And if CS2 can confirm what CS1 said,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to assume CS1 is a she. CS2 is a she, for sure. If 2 can confirm 1 and it was this weed business, that's a she.
One's already named. One's already named. It's Dale Morrison. He's already named.
Because I remember it said unidentified female.
So that's another one. So that's
yeah. Oh, it gets. Oh,
listen,
this is
it
good
gets
to
deep.
me. Oh, this is good to me.
It gets deep because the unidentified female is the one that's moving the drugs. But
I know.
remember, you got to remember that they already told us old boy's criminal history. And remember, we already heard on YouTube about, remember, that's the loose cannon robbery with the marijuana dispensary in 2021. So remember, they in paperwork, they told us that they go back to someone's house and then they have that meeting, right? That's CHS1. So they already told us who the hell that is. It's already been out.
No.
And he got some from his name.
No.
Gotta be. Want me to continue? I'm gonna continue.
Just click it in my brain.
Okay. Just gonna click some more in a little bit too. Up. 3.5 minutes is up. CHS2. CHS2 has provided information on Henley and other associates of Henley. CHS2 was limited to providing information he or she received from an acquaintance of Henley. CHS2 does not have the ability to consensually record conversations with Henley, nor the ability to meet with the targeted communicators at the location. While CHS2 does have the ability to consensually record conversations with one of Henley's associates, CHS fears for his or her life if he or she develop a closer relationship with him. So I'm guessing that CHS2 might be a female.
CH2 is definitely a girl.
Definitely a female.
That is the girl.
CHS2 has been providing information to the FBI since October of 2020. Wait. What?
Huh?
What?
God damn. That's during the pandemic.
Wait, no. Wait.
Wait that back.
CHS2 has been providing information to the FBI since October of 2020. Hey, October 2020. Why is that date so ringing in my brain? CHS2 has provided information on Henley's involvement in human trafficking activities.
Huh?
What the fuck?
Oh, that's the wrong bitch. Hold on.
What the fuck?
Oh, this is crazy.
Wait. Wait. I got you. Hold on. Listen. I got you. Listen. Y'all ping up and share the room. This is crazy. CHS2 has been providing information to the FBI since October 2020. CHS2 has provided information on Henley's involvement in human trafficking activities. However, the task force has not yet been able to corroborate the information. CHS2 does not live in LA and does not have immediate to Biggie. Does not live in LA. But it did say CHS2 can provide information on one of his associates.
Oh!
So I'm thinking that could be, I don't know. I'm just reading the paperwork. The public paperwork, by the way. That's available to anybody to read, by the way. Want me to keep reading?
Please do.
Okay. CHS2 has a criminal history. Hey, Rosetta, what were the odds? What were the odds? Didn't see that one coming, right? Listen, man. Y'all niggas, man. Y'all mad at the military nigga for being loyal. It was crazy. CHS2 has a criminal history that includes possession of a controlled substance and public lewdness. This bitch a hoe? Huh? This bitch a hoe? Wait.
So she got some
This
prostitution charges.
This bitch a hoe in
Wait, repeat that again. She has charges of what?
CHS2 has a criminal history that includes possession of a controlled substance and public lewdness.
She's a blade.
What the fuck?
CHS2 has received monetary compensation in return. I don't know how much the bitch got. Wait, maybe it'll tell us. Wait, I do know. I'm sorry. I'm reading. CHS2 has received monetary compensation in return for his or her information and assistance on FBI investigations. No, not CS2. That's my baby. No. Ain't my baby. I don't know who this is. CHS2 has not received any monetary compensation or other benefits in return for his or her information related to Henley, though. So this person is working. CHS2 information has been corroborated through debriefs of CHS1 and consensually recorded meetings and telephone calls made by CHS1. I'm done, y'all. We got a CHS3. I'm out.
So CS1 and CS2 with pillow talking?
It sounds like CS1. It sounds like to me CS2 may have bought CS1 around, or either or, and one is closer than the other one, and one doesn't. It sounds like neither one of them motherfuckers live in LA. No shade.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Wait, how many CHSs do we got? I wasn't even gonna present. Yo, Keita, this is crazy. All right, CHS3. CHS3 does not have access to the target communicators or the target location and has limited access to the Rolling 60 gang members involved in narcotic distribution. Although CHS1 was able to make multiple controlled narcotics purchases from Rolling 60 gang member, the task force is unable to use CHS3 anymore for this investigation. This is because CHS3 provided extensive assistance for another FBI investigation since June of 2019, and his or her assistance is directed. Oh shit. Okay, let me back up and read this again. CHS3 does not have access to the target communicators or target location and has limited access to the Rolling 60s gang members involved in narcotic distribution. Although CHS3 was able to make multiple controlled narcotics purchases from a Rolling 60s gang member, the task force is unable to use CHS3 anymore for this investigation. This is because CHS3 provided extensive assistance for another FBI investigation since June of 2019, and his or her assistance is widely suspected amongst multiple gangs in the Los Angeles area. CHS3 is able to testify about the information he or she has already provided on the rolling 60s. What the fuck?
God damn.
So he or her already done told them rolling 60s in a whole different.
Uh-oh. C8. So who the fuck does all the gangs know is a rat that big? And one investigation they cooperated on since 2019 of June. CHS3 has received parole benefits, so we know that they was on parole, right? CHS3 has received parole benefits and monetary compensation for his or her assistance with another FBI investigation. CHS3 has also received monetary compensation for his assistance with the FBI's investigation into the rolling 60s. I told you there was a separate investigation to the rolling 60s. I'm telling you. Guess what? Wait. We're going to get into the criminal CHS3. CHS3 has a criminal history that includes stalking, possession of controlled substances for sale, and domestic violence. CHS3 has also provided information to the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation and Riverside Police Department. Huh? CHS3 has also provided information to the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation and Riverside Police Department.
Oh, SDJ.
Yeah, I kind of know who that is.
I'm scratching my head. Y'all put it in the chat. I have discussed the reliability of CHS3 with handling agents and officers from each of their other law enforcement agencies. Through these discussions, I have learned of no instances where the information provided by CHS3 to the other law enforcement agents and officers has been false or misleading. Furthermore, CHS3's information has been corroborated by other confidential sources. Yeah. Moving right along. Yeah. Yeah.
So France, is that loose, bro? That's loose, bro.
Brother. Brother.
Has Luce ever been on parole?
Has he been to rehab in Riverside?
He lived in Riverside.
Gotta be a bro. Parole benefits.
He lived in Riverside, but I don't know if he's ever been to prison. I mean, I can't tell you. I'm confused at this point.
He said he did prison time, but he also said a lot of other shit too.
He said
stalking, possession, controlled substances, and DV.
So who that sound like?
Controlled substance trying to sell.
I think we see her on YouTube all the time and Instagram talking about that.
Yeah, it gotta be dude.
All right, I'm gonna mute up.
But they can't use him. They can't use him because he's on another investigation for 2019, right?
But how is he a CS, but he in jail?
So what they're saying, they're not gonna burn him. They're not gonna burn him because that boy is on some bigger shit. So what's bigger than this?
But now the dude we speak of, remember, didn't he have a handler?
But why does it say that his and her assistance is widely suspected amongst multiple gangs in Los Angeles area? That's throwing me for a loop. So everybody know who the fuck this person is already? He's that big of a person?
The boogeyman, nigga.
That can't be loose. I'm sorry.
You don't think so?
Fuck no.
Who else was playing Riverside like that?
He wouldn't, but
he wouldn't know shit about the 60s like that.
Fucking critter lives in. Hello, hello. You know how many of them motherfuckers live out there?
Hey, at one point in this paperwork, it says that Luce is a self-proclaimed rolling 60. What does that mean?
Meaning he never got put on, but he said he went.
Why is the Fed saying that?
Because he is self-proclaimed, because you can't find proof that he's actually
How the
from there.
fuck do the Feds know that?
That means some other CSs had this.
I was finna
they
say
yeah.
people telling them like this nigga ain't never got put on, officer.
That's crazy, bro.
Because some other CSs had corroborated his story, right? So them motherfuckers did that too.
I don't think that's loose.
That criminal history would have read a little differently. But guess what? We got more. CHS4.
God damn.
Shit. Yo, it's just like from Where's Waldo? You know, you get a CS, you get a CHS, you get a CHS. We all
motherfucking damn.
CHS odds the fuck up.
You know what I mean? I don't know, bro. CHS Quattro. Salute to my Espanols out there. Does not have access to the target communicators or the target location, but has routine access to the Rolling 60s gang members involved in narcotics and firearms distribution. CHS4 regarded Henley as an OG of the Rolling 60s who only spent time with a tight-knit circle of Rolling 60s from this generation. Oh my God, bro. Oh my fucking God. Since January of 2021, CHS4 has been able to purchase methamphetamines and firearms from several Rolling 60s gang members and their suppliers. However, CHS4 does not have access to Rolling 60s members with connections to the targeted communicators. CHS4 is not a member of the 60s. CHS4 has told me that he or she cannot realistically ingratiate himself well enough with the targeted communicators because he or she was previously associated with another gang. Ooh.
We got another gang in here now.
Ooh. You heard that, Keita?
I'm listening. Keep going.
They try to put CHS4 in the city, but he said he can't do it because he repped another gang before. So he can't realistically ingratiate himself with the city. He can't come around them. CHS4 has a criminal history that includes arrest for burglary and a firearms violation. CHS4 has received monetary compensation and probation benefits in return for information and assistance. The agent knows that CHS4 has also provided information to the LAPD.
That sounds like some bread program type shit, don't it?
Yeah, CHS4 information concerning the 60s has been corroborated through surveillance, controlled drug and firearms purchases, and consensually recorded conversations and phone calls that CHS4 has had with Rolling 60s gang members. CHS5.
God damn.
Oh shit, give me 1 second, y'all. Because now we get into the CHS5 does not have access to or know any of the targeted communicators or the target location, but has occasional access to Taiwan T. Jones? T. Jones? Ring a bell?
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Taiwan T. Jones, like Taiwan, like Japan or Korea.
T-I-Y-O-N, but listen real closely. A Rolling 60s gang member involved in firearms distribution. CHS5 has been able to purchase Glock machine gun switches from T. Jones. The nature of CHS5 and T. Jones' relationship is strictly related to legitimate business transactions and controlled firearms transactions. CHS5 has told me that he or she cannot build a deep relationship with T. Jones because he or she fears T. Jones and anyone who associates with the Rolling 60s. God damn, bro. Who the fuck is that? CHS-5 has not yet received any benefits from the FBI related to his assistance conducting the controlled purchase from T. Jones. Oh, so they use CHS-5 to conduct the controlled purchase. So they set him up.
He made him buy from there.
Made him buy from T. Jones, yeah. And this is the first time we're hearing about someone named T. Jones work, Blue. That's crazy. Who the fuck is that? Why are you not indicted?
Tyon.
Tyon.
Tyon. Tyon.
Tyon, my fault. You're from the north. I'm a North boy. I'm a Viking. Wait. Let's go back. CHS-5 has not received any benefits from the FBI related to his or her assistance conducting a controlled purchase from T. Jones. CHS-5 is providing assistance to the FBI's investigation of the Rolling 60s because of his or her desire to... Just keep reading. CHS-5 is providing information to the FBI because of his or her desire to avoid a federal indictment related to possible charges related to felon and possession of a firearm. CHS-5 has a criminal history that includes convictions for robbery, theft, possession of a controlled substance in prison, and using false identification. Who the fuck does that sound like?
Loose cannon.
Y'all
So
gonna
he don't
say
wanna
every
go
one
back
of
on
them
the
fucking loose cannon.
violation.
But the nigga said that nigga got arrested and used his brother's ID. That's why I think that's loose.
And told because they didn't want to be violated and have to go back to jail.
Listen to this. It says CHS-5 has not provided information to any other law enforcement. It says, I have learned of no instance where the information provided by CHS-5 FBI has been false or misleading. Furthermore, CHS-5 information has been corroborated by CHS-4. CHS-5 information has never been found to be false or misleading. And remember, 4 was the one that has burglary and firearms investigation. Interesting. Y'all ready for CHS-6?
God damn.
Oh no, you fucking lying.
Listen, Prince don't lie. I just read the paperwork. This is my role here. I got a small role. It's a small. Shout out the exposures we already got. I just read shit. That's it. Just a Marine that reads shit. Speaking of reading shit, let's get to CHS-6. On December 6, 2022, the agent learned that the LAPD operated a CHS who had access to Henley in approximately the 2019 to 2020 timeframe. Ooh. The agent learned that the investigation may have been worked with either the DEA or the FBI. The investigation had a nexus to public. A nexus means like a point of origin, like a connection, right? Or a starting point. Learning that the investigation had a nexus to public corruption matters, but was not litigated and did not result in any wire interception of any telephone used by Henley. I have not yet ascertained any details regarding the investigation or the CHS's reporting related to Henley. Let me look at this note real quick. So CHS-6 looks like he's a ghost. You ready for the cooperating witness, y'all? This shit, listen, I'm just the cooperating witness. I apologize, man. The cooperating witness has a criminal history that includes convictions for possession for sales of narcotics in 2009 and 2003. Okay. As well as a shooting into an inhabited dwelling in 2003. The CW is receiving consideration in connection with the pending conspiracy case. Okay. For his or her cooperation with law enforcement. The CW is motivated to cooperate with the FBI in an investigation of Henley with the hopes of receiving leniency from the Central District of California. The CW's information concerning Henley was corroborated during a consensually recorded meeting between Henley and CHS1 from April 14, 2022 to April 15, 2022. The CW does not have current access to Henley or any of the target communicators' location. Oh shit, y'all. I think I know who this is. Y'all know who this is too. Put it in the chat. The CW advised a large buy-in dice game occurred in LA in 2019. The game involved professional athletes. According to CW, one of the professional athletes fixed the game and cheated other professional athletes out of millions and teased dice. Following the incident, Henley asked the CW and others to rough up the professional athlete. Don't forget, it wasn't, I see you guys in the chat. It's a couple of professional athletes in this story. Let's get it right. Who did Henley ask to rough up?
Adrian Broner. Was it
there you go. There you go. So listen closely, y'all. Following the incident, Henley asked the CW and others to rough up the athlete. So the CW has to be the one that's doing the roughing up. So who got beat up in that situation? That can't be the CW. The CW is the person that's beating them up. That's why I said slow down a little bit, y'all. See what I'm saying? Let's go back a little bit, y'all. And it says that the CW's information concerning Henley was corroborated during a recorded meeting between Henley and CS1. The CW advised a large buy-in dice game occurred in LA in 2019. It involved professional athletes. According to the CW, one of the professional athletes fixed the game. Who fixed the game?
AB.
There you go. Right? One of the professionals fixed the game and cheated other professional athletes out of millions of dollars using these dice. There you go. Following the incident, Henley asked the CW and others to rough up the professional athlete and money back from him on behalf of the cheated professional athletes. Before the CW went to professional athletes' hotel to confront him, though as Henley, 5 or 6 members of the Rolling 60s arrived to the job of putting pressure on professional athlete instead. The CW told me that Henley was involved with the incident because Henley was involved and would approve of any dice game or similar events involving loss of money in LA. The CW also advised professional athletes were required to seek approval in advance from Henley to ensure their safety at events while in LA. The CW told me if professional athletes did not seek and or pay for Henley protection and approval, they would face restriction from gang members. The CW is providing assistance to the FBI's investigation of Henley because of his or her desire to prosecutorial consideration as described above. The CW provided information to the FBI in the early. The FBI closed the CW after discovering narcotics in his or her car during a search warrant. The CW statements have been corroborated from victim interviews and in April 2022, essentially mounted conversation between CHS1 and Henley. Y'all want to discuss fucking CW? Confidential witness? This is crazy, y'all.
Yeah, so are these people gonna take the stand?
Out of all of these, I think they said 2 were ready to testify, right? 1 or 2. But remember, this is dated. I can't see the date on this. Is a couple of years ago. So this is where they kind of develop these people.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're needed to take the stand, they will, right?
But yeah, because if they use that as evidence against him, they have to like be on the stand, right?
Not if they went to the stand in a grand jury, though. They don't
Right.
have to.
Okay.
And that's where it's kind of like, do the prosecution want to call, quote unquote, the PDF? But you see already what has happened from that one person, right? They don't gotta take the stand. This whole investigation of him. You see what I'm saying? Hey, anybody else before I get into the undercover agents?
Yeah, and they basically got his own word shit because they got all that surveillance and shit. So he's really just telling on himself.
Yeah. And if you want to know who CW is, just go to Moses Malone Jr.'s Instagram. He gonna tell you who that is. Easy. I already sent him a DM this morning. Shit crazy. Now you know what I meant. Oh wait, he got a trade. I didn't say anything.
There was a reason for that.
Okay. There is? Man, it's Luther Sports Center.
Shit, he had to get out of town.
I wonder why.
When he home.
Man, this paperwork is crazy. What's the next room? Because this is just paperwork 1. I got 2 more.
Good burger. My bad. Sleepless.
I gotta talk to Brock. Because I'm in read mode. This is nothing. I haven't got to the Big Baby shit. At least the Brick Baby nigga like get it popping. Like I'm gonna give him. At least you get it popping, my nigga. I give you. You know what I mean? I'm a Brooklyn nigga. I'm respect to the shooters, man. Still a hoe though, but you get it popping at least a little bit. On December 6, 2022, the task force attempted to have. Sometimes you gotta like understand. You gotta read through, but I read real fast. But I'm like, this nigga did what? On December 6, 2022, the task force attempted to have CHS-1 introduce 2 undercover law enforcement agents to Henley and Robinson. Wait, y'all niggas is getting. Where's Keita at? Is Keita in?
I don't know.
Why the fuck? Yo, niggas is y'all niggas is letting. These niggas is putting UCs under y'all? Wait, what do we do? Wait, what? I bet you they was bitches. I bet you they. Wait. Who came around in?
What year was this?
This is December 6, 2022 specifically.
Ooh. But it said CS1 known him for how long? Didn't say, did it?
Didn't say, but they said that they attempted to introduce the agents through CHS-1 to Big U. So they probably would have been like part of the marijuana dispensary, like somebody to get some shit legitimized, right? Somebody for the paperwork, or an investor. That was an FBI agent, basically. It makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
Because CHS-1 is the marijuana dispensary guy, right? All right. So, the goal of the introduction was to assess whether Henley will be amenable to future interaction with the UCs. However, the introduction was not possible. Oh shit. Oh shit. Yo, pick up and share the room. This shit getting crazy. The introduction was not possible because of multiple shots fired at the venue where the investigators planned the introduction. The task force discontinued the operation in progress due to safety considerations of the UCs. So what venue had December 6, 2022? What venue got shot the fuck up? That they wanted to introduce the fucking UCs to Big U at?
If I know.
That's fucking crazy. Alright. On March 31st, 2023, FBI undercover employee established contact in Chuck. Who the fuck is Chuck? Huh? At the target location. During the operation, which was audio and video recorded,
Clubhouse TV.
Chuck gave the FBI undercover employee a tour of the shop. So they did have an undercover there. It says, however, the interaction between Chuck, Martin, and the FBI undercover employee was limited to a one-time encounter. It says they believe that future interactions between the FBI undercover employee and any of the target communicators will jeopardize his or her safety. Wow. That's crazy. CHS1 has told me, though, that Henley Robinson and Martin have extorted several businesses and individuals in the LA area. It says they believe that CHS1 introducing a UC at this time as a potential victim for Henley to extort will compromise the UC's safety, especially if such an operation is conducted without simultaneously court-authorized interception of the target location.
Just Henley Robinson and Martin?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. How much time we got left? Yo, Baloo, take over for 2 minutes.
About 14 minutes left.
Why are they saying that Big U made a voluntary statement to the LAPD? Yo, ping up and share the fucking room. Give me 2 minutes real quick. Holy, a voluntary statement to who? Wait, what? Give me a sec. I gotta.
I mean, are we surprised? Like, you know, wasn't he in the grid program? Like,
I wonder when he made that voluntary statement. And why would that be the first one if he's already been a part of the grid program for that?
well, God thinking about it. That's like a rhetorical question, brother. 'Cause I honestly,
I wonder when Williams come in, if you said he only mentioned Henley Robinson and Martin. This shit getting crazy.
Yo, y'all still with me, man? I didn't know niggas voluntarily make statements with the LAPD. I don't. Man, listen.
So when does Williams come in if CH1 only said that Henley Robinson and Martin was involved in that?
That's in the other work, the other 200 pages, homie. This is just the authorization to get the to get the fucking cell phones on wiretap. You got the 2 other pieces of paperwork to get the other shit fucking tapped. Sorry. 2 seconds. 2 seconds, yo. I gotta. This shit. My nerves is bad, y'all. As a result of this investigation, I, being the agent writing this, not me, I want to go to Marathon Burger. I want my tiger shrimp. As a result of this investigation, I learned of one time when Henley provided a voluntary statement to the LAPD. On June 10th, 2022, LAPD arrested Henley for 12.21 illegal yan use when he hosted a Hood Day party for the Rolling 60s. One of the LAPD officers interviewed Big U, aka Tiny Draws, aka Anybody Killer, aka Hannibal, aka I conduct interviews with the LAPD. Henley told the LAPD officer that he was in charge of the event and that it was a photo shoot. Henley told the LAPD officer that he worked with the city attorney. But was unable to provide the LAPD officer with the name or reason why he had mentioned the city attorney. From my review of CHS1's consensually monitored telephone, I learned that Henley told CHS1 that the purpose of the event was to throw a Hood Day party for the 60s, not a photo shoot. Seeking Henley or any of the target communicators' cooperation in this investigation at this stage would likely expose the FBI's interest in Henley's conspiracy and would decrease the likelihood of future cooperation of co-conspirators. For example, on June 5th, 2022, during a consensually monitored telephone call, Henley threatened CHS1 for doing business with C. Jones, who Henley viewed as a rat or an informant for law enforcement. That was already in the paperwork.
Wait, which one did he threaten?
Threatened CHS1 for doing business with C. Jones. It's in the paperwork. I've also learned that detectives interviewed, I can't pronounce his name right, Dawan Henley. Henley's son about the homicide. Dayan? Henley's son about the homicide on February 21st, 2023. The detective spoke with Henley because Williams lived with Henley when they were both in high school. Hours after the interview, the detectives intercepted a wire communication where Henley directed, he said Dayan? Dayan, sorry.
Dayan.
Dayan?
Yes, Dayan.
I'm from Brooklyn, I'm sorry. Directed Dayan to never talk to them again. Henley also told D. Henley, I ain't talking to him. Damn. Interviews have been conducted during this investigation that have been effective in gathering information about Henley's involvement with the homicide. They have also been effective in gathering information related to Henley's extortion payments. Some of these interviews have also led to the recruitment of a few of the aforementioned confidential sources who have been used during this case. I said C. Jones for a reason, y'all. I know what name it is.
All right, bet. And that's the one about in Vegas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
However, as described above, those confidential sources have taken this investigation as far as it can go. And short of meeting its prosecutorial goals and objectives, additionally, my conversation with CHS 1 and 2, I've learned that Henley associates with a tight-knit circle of people who have known each other for decades. Right? The task force has developed information that Henley is victimizing professional athletes. CHS1 and CW have both advised that Henley is extorting professional athletes. The FBI Houston Division has interviewed multiple professional athletes who the task force believes are victims of the extortion. Some of the victims have provided information about Henley's involvement with charity work in LA. So they basically said they got Henley placing multiple calls to the victims after they interviewed by FBI Houston. So who was in Houston that was an athlete that could have been reviewed at this time? It says the task force has plans to interview these victims once they are fully identified. Let's see. 1 second, y'all. I got a screenshot this. I know one thing. I don't want to FPCism over this case. Give me 1 second here. This one on page 70 and 90, so we got 3 more minutes. Y'all ping up and share the room. Trying to see if there's anything left in this freaking docket. Oh, this is gonna be juicy, y'all. All my people. Houston, Texas is all over this case. I'm gonna say it one more time. Houston, Texas is all over this case. Where's the fucking link? It says the task force conducted physical surveillance of the targeted communicators on multiple occasions since wire and electronic interception began. There were 3 instances of physical surveillance that was conducted from November 5th, 2022 to November 6th, 2022 in Houston, Texas. What was going on in Houston, Texas, November 5th, 2022 to November 6th, 2022? On November 5th, 2022, at approximately 5:30 p.m., the task force conducted surveillance of Henley at the Royal Sonesta Houston Galleria. During surveillance, it says, I surreptitiously collected a discarded water bottle from Henley. So the FBI had an agent in that lobby And whenever he had a water bottle, they grabbed it and probably processed his DNA. On November 6, 2022, at approximately 10:30, the task force was able to identify 2 vehicles registered to associates of Henley. On November 6, 2022, at approximately 11:35 a.m., the task force was able to identify the residence of James Prince Sr. Wait, what?
Uh-oh.
What?
I said earlier, it sounded like some James Prince shit.
Wait, what? Wait, yo, Cole, go, man. Nah, nah. We not doing that. Nah, I'm about to take my hoodie off. What?
If they need to go through all that to get the DNA of a man that been in prison, and don't niggas got to give up their DNA?
That was my question this whole fucking time. Should his DNA already be on file?
I think that was one of the big questions when we first had talked about this shit. That was one of the big things. Like, why they had to go through all that shit to even get his DNA? Because
it must not be in the database. It can be in the database if they go into those efforts to do it. Or that's something you have to ask a cop, I think, Keita. Because it says he got arrested for robbery prior, so his DNA should be in that database. And he served time, so his DNA should definitely be in that database.
Were they previously convicted felons?
Yes.
Yeah, they should.
Literally every single person, except for I think the Vay nigga, and I think one of the CHSs is not a convicted felon.
Oh, okay. If they weren't, then they would not have their DNA.
Right.
Hey, Peter, so Jew Boy is Jonah.
That sound about right.
The one that be with Floyd.
That sound about right. That name sound about right.
I texted the nigga. I couldn't wait. Oh no, he back now.
That name sound about right.
Okay, wait. What y'all was saying? I was talking to my daughter. Is who?
He's talking about.
Jew Boy is Jonah that be with Floyd Mayweather.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jew Boy is Jonah. He told on like 30 niggas already.
Yeah.
God damn.
Worked like last
year. I
year.
got his work. He told on a bunch of Jewish cats. He told on my Jewish people down in Florida.
30 people is crazy.
But Big U knew that he was a rat. When they tapped in with me, and we started running to work, my Jew man called me. He said, "Yo, Wack, we called Big U and told Big U we had an issue with that dude, and we told him he was a rat. We sent him the paperwork. You know what Big U told him? He's my rat now." It's a fact.
Fucking money play.
Yeah, that's what he told him. He said he's my rat now. What did the Jew boy? What's his involvement on this?
Give me one second. I think they was
cooperate. Or he just
part
of Big U's enterprise.
That was they had a wiretap conversation between him and I think Sylvester Robertson, where he mentioned that he slapped Jew Boy again, and that was at the beginning of the excerpt they put into the paperwork.
Oh shit!
Remember, they already told us that in the overt acts way back in the day that he put hands on Jew Boy on a conversation. Now they're putting it into the paperwork as that was a quote unquote wiretap call.
See, when I first heard Jew Boy, I thought they was talking about Steve Lobel.
See, and y'all thought I was crazy for thinking that was him too.
No, first I was talking about Steve Lobel because I don't know if you know, Keita. You notice how Steve Lobel backed up off of Big U.
Yeah, he don't fuck with him.
Big.
cut out. What you say? What?
He found out Big U was fucking his girl.
Wow.
So when when I was reading that, I'm like, oh, that's Steve Lobel. But then the people called me and sent me all the work. And like, nah, that's this dude. We called him and warned him about the dude. He said he know he's a rat. He don't care. He his rat now. Yeah, yeah. But you got to remember, Big U already in suit serve paperwork 2020, 2021. I'm looking at the phone number in that
Same
paperwork, right?
phone.
Nigga, I go to my phone book, his same phone number. The nigga never came off that hot phone and he knew it was in another Rico.
Wait. Back up a little bit. In the paperwork, it says that he was a target of the same. It doesn't say same phone, but it says he was a target of a wiretap 2 instances prior to this one.
Nigga, that's the suit surf shit.
No, way before that. Way before that. Like '09, like 2016. 08?
09 might be gun shit. In
Okay.
that issue in that when they was on tour with
Okay.
Game 16 now, that's a little ugly.
Let me see. You know, I like to be right when I talk. Hold on. So check it out, right? Give me 1 second, what? It says Henley was named as a principal in an FBI Los Angeles case. We got the case number, right? I'm gonna send it to you. February 2008. So he was the subject of a wiretap. So basically, they tried to get the wiretap authorization the same way they did it this time on his phone before. So they did it in 2008, February, and they did it in 2016, August. And these are actual case numbers here. So it ain't like these shit, you know what I mean? And then again on November 22nd, 2022. Sorry, November 2nd, 2022. Hold on 1 second. So he's got wiretaps, so prior applications, right? So on April 18th, 2023, the special agents searched the FBI electronic surveillance indices, right? They searched the ATF, ICE, HSI, DEA, USSS, and USPIS. Of the interception and wiretap applets for Big U and for that target location. So they found Henley came back for 2008 for a case. He came back again for 2016 for a case. And then November 2nd of 2022 is when that judge signed the first authorization into the wiretap of Big U's phone. And that ended on December 2nd, 2022, but got extended numerous times afterwards. So in this paperwork, you got four authorizations for wiretaps, 4 different periods that was authorized from that judge into Big U's phone and numerous others. So 4 separate times. So 1 time for the and 3 separate renewals after that to continuously listen to their phones. And it says here with the Vay nigga, it says Robinson has used multiple telephones in his investigation to commit the target offenses. Robinson has access to discuss the target offenses inside of the target location. Robinson defers to Henley's authority and completes all tasks assigned to him. During this investigation, Henley directed Robinson to collect cash representing extortion payments. Robinson has a pending case with the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department for burglary. LAPD arrested Robertson on June 15, 2022, pursuant to the warrant, and seized a pistol from Robertson's vehicle during an inventory search. The LA County District Office rejected the prosecution of the case. So I don't know. It says Robertson basically got caught up with a pistol. Let's see. And he has a pending case in San Bernardino County for burglary. This is back in 2022. So he got picked up on something. LAPD arrested Robertson on June 15, 2022, pursuant to that warrant, and seized a pistol from Robertson's vehicle during the inventory search. The LA County District Office rejected a prosecution of the case. So I don't know. He's born. He's years older than me. That boy's 60. Dang. Hey Lisa, keep your BlackBerry. Never give it up. Yo, Kitty, you still here? No. Huh? You here, but you're not here? Y'all come off the mic, y'all. This shit really like a fucking movie at this point.
Nigga, I was like,
It sounds like they're looking like they're trying to set up a big setup, like they think something's going on that they can't prove yet.
bullshit. That improved everything they fucking said.
Yeah, they got a lot of witnesses. I mean, a lot of informants at this point.
Don't forget to mark Bill.
Who?
Huh? Oh.
Huh?
I had a flashback.
Really? What he got to do with this?
I misspoke.
I mean, did you really?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to remember, we haven't even got to the narcotics trafficking, the drug trafficking, and niggas moving cell phones in the jails through the legal mail. We haven't even got to that shit yet, bro.
Jeez.
We haven't even touched Luce's motion to sever either. This shit crazy, bro.
How many pages is that document?
We're about 90 pages into 300. So we got 210 pages left. Can I answer your question?
That sounds about right. Because that, as soon as you said they kept renewing the wiretap, yeah, they digging deep. 300
4 different times, Lisa. To renew the wiretaps, they have to hear something. Because that's the actual definition of how to continue the wiretaps, right? They have to hear that ongoing investigative purposes. So that's why you see the first wiretap is just for Big U's phone. The wiretap, you got Big U, then you got Vay. The third wiretap, now you got Big U, Vay, Martin, and now Brick Baby. Because now they're hearing shit on the phones. They're hearing you conduct business. And guess what? Because of the nature of the wiretap, they get to investigate every single person that they hear you do legal business with for that 30-day period. I'm going to give you guys a caveat. If they don't hear anything for that 30-day period, guess what happens? You don't get no renewal for a wiretap. But because they heard all that business being conducted, got everybody else jammed up. They're not investigating those other people until they make a phone call with the person whose phone is hot. Then the agent is listening in and
Mm-hmm.
says, who is
They
that
sound like they
person?
got something good and juicy going on too.
Yeah. Or what do you mean? What do you mean you're going to kick up from a robbery that you did on X, Y, and Z? What do you mean you're selling fucking Percocets, X, Y, and Z across state lines? What do you mean you're moving guns left, right, up and down the whole Mississippi goddamn Mason-Dixon line? You don't think the feds are interested when they hear that shit? Of course they are. They had one target of the investigation. They were investigating extortion payments from the illegal marijuana dispensary robbery, the Hobbs Act, on the phone. And then they found all the other stuff when they got the authorization for the wiretap. After they heard the other stuff, they got the authorization for more and more and more. Renewed, because they kept hearing other things. Human trafficking, drug trafficking, firearms trafficking, mail fraud, contraband into the prisons is what they heard on that hot phone. Hence why you have this whole investigation. The root was target phone 1. Eugene Henley Short. It's all in the paperwork. Yes, you have a ton of confidential human sources. You have 4, 5, 6 of them. You have confidential witnesses in that paperwork. You're ready to testify. But once again, it's that hot ass phone that nobody gets rid of when they know they're under federal investigation. Multiple times. Multiple investigations into Title III wiretaps. Multiple investigations into, over the years, multiple federal investigations over the years. Never change numbers correctly. But I'm not a criminal, so I don't know. I hope he's not listening right now, because last time I checked, the paperwork says that you have a federal investigation because you motherfuckers like to extort athletes over there in Houston. So how about you stop extorting athletes and you won't be on the feds' radar?
Yeah, them niggas known for extorting and
everybody.
Pretty much.
Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing, Bang. I'd be very surprised if a crew with that reputation is known for doing exactly what you just said and I just said, and nobody's indicted in nothing. One thing we know about the feds is they don't leave breadcrumbs for no reason. I'm looking at capabilities here. They told you in the paperwork that they were at James Prince's residence, and then they leave it alone. That, not saying it worries me, but that kind of puts my antennas up. You didn't tell me shit about an investigation that you guys had over there.
Devil in the details.
You guys just stopped it right there. Yeah, we got physical surveillance on the big U nigga. Yeah, we kind of covertly grabbed his water bottle and matched his DNA. Yeah, we're also gonna put in the paperwork that he went to James Prince's house and Prince is under fucking federal investigation for some other shit. Yeah, but let's just stop it right there. Let's just don't give him too much. Just stop it right there. Don't tell us what investigation Prince is for. Don't tell us the outcome of the investigation. Don't tell us if there's any witnesses in the investigation. Just say he's under investigation. Just say that. Cool. We got it. So James Prince Sr. was under investigation in November 5th, 6th of 2022. That was Forgo, my boy. What investigation? What happened to that?
You remember when the DA agent that And I don't think I just ended up doing time or some shit. We had him under investigation for a long time. Ended up dirty or some shit.
Mm. So that's honestly one nigga that I can tell you I don't know anything about in terms of like criminal history.
He ain't really got no criminal history, like, but just like the story on paper is that he cleaned it up at the right time. You know what I'm saying? And he had this this obsessed DEA agent that was just trying to nail him for whatever, and
Yeah.
he ended up using some tactics that was unconstitutional. So I think the nigga ended up doing time. Don't quote me on that, but he definitely helped the nigga get off. You know what I'm saying? Because of the tactics that he was using.
I tell you one thing. I looked at some paperwork on, was it James Prince Jr.?
Yeah.
That nigga was able to get a gun in jail?
Yeah, he walked in that bitch with the gun, right? When they arrested him, he walked in the jail with the gun.
That's some other shit, bro.
Yeah, they supposed to disarm that shit before, right? But like I'm telling you, they probably do this shit right because of who he was, you know.
Yeah, they said they searched. Then he was able to go back into the car or something to put a gun in his waistband and go right into the jail and check into the county jail with a gun in your waistband?
Was that the Houston County?
I could double check, but I believe.
Because if he did that shit anywhere else, that's wild.
Gotta double check. You know what? I do got his work. Because I was gonna run it, but that shit was like, who gives a fuck? Because basically they was saying that a lot of shit happens at that nigga parties, basically. Give me a second.
They got police that's rap a lot in Houston.
I mean, it makes sense if niggas feeding, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they got like I done seen like police officers with rap a lot chains and shit like that.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. That's crazy.
Real shit.
That's fucking crazy. All right, I got it right here. Hold on. All right, so real quick. So he tried to modify conditions of his release. This is from 2019. Trying to skim real quick. It says, following defendants is J. Prince Jr. Following defendant's arrest pursuant to a federal arrest warrant, defendant appeared on September 11th, 2019 before the court. Initial appearance, right? Let me see. The government agreed on bond on condition that defendant wear ankle monitor and abide by curfew. This was agreed to by both parties. Now, within 2 weeks of this agreement, defendant is requesting that he not be restricted to curfew. Defendant was arrested for DWI and was in possession of a stolen firearm as a convicted felon following a late night party. So right off the bat, bro, they tell us that this nigga was arrested for DWI and was in possession of a stolen firearm as a convicted felon. Huh?
But is that in Texas?
Give me 1 second. I'm keep reading. It says, thereafter, on or about December 20th, 2018. So this is before the fact. Attended an after party at the Post Oak Hotel in Houston. Late in the evening and into the morning hours, defendant attempted to leave that party. Law enforcement working security at the hotel informed defendant that it was not safe for him to drive. He disregarded law enforcement's warning after a call with the law enforcement officer, entered his vehicle, and drove away from the hotel. He was stopped at a nearby gas station and arrested for driving while intoxicated. Blood results taken hours later indicated that the defendant's blood alcohol was 0.15. Defendant was booked into the Houston Police Department's Southeast Jail following his arrest. So this happened in Houston, I believe. Security camera recordings captured the defendant moving an object consistent with and later found to be a firearm from his ankle to his waist area inside of his pants. Thereafter, he performed field sobriety tests and had his blood drawn. All the while, a pistol was in his possession inside the jail. Following the DWI testing, the defendant was moved to a different area in the jail, and the firearm was discovered. Later investigation revealed that the firearm was stolen. Wait, what? That's crazy. Okay.
With a stolen firearm in Texas is crazy.
A stolen firearm in Texas, a stolen firearm in a jail? Like, nigga, what? In summary, defendant is requesting to attend an after-hours party. The government submits to the court that the defendant has demonstrated lawlessness at these types of activities, namely driving while intoxicated, unlawful carrying of a weapon, possession of a weapon in a correction facility, as well as federal laws including felon in possession of a firearm and possessing a stolen firearm. Bro, this nigga should be under the jail, brother. This is not even Texas, really. It's really the feds at this point. It's all Fed charges. On or about March 10th, 2018, defendant hosted a block party. At this party, a shooting occurred that injured two individuals, one being a 15-year-old girl. This follows another shooting in 2015 at another one of the defendant's parties. Moreover, the nightclub location the defendant requested to attend this party was the location where Fort Bend County Sheriff's deputies were shot at in May of last year. Open source inquiry into the defendant's Instagram account shows the defendant is utilizing his Instagram account page to advertise his attendance at the parties in question for defendant's motion. So it has an exhibit here where it says gunfire at rapper's block party leaves man in critical condition. It says massive crowd shows up for J. Prince Jr. block party in 5th Ward. This is Tekashi 6ix9ine in the process. So they got this whole Tekashi 6ix9ine shit up there too. And that's it on... It says man charged after exchanging gunfire with Fort Bend sheriff deputies outside Houston nightclub. And a man accused of exchanging gunfire with Fort Bend County Detective deputies outside a Houston nightclub has been charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault against a public servant. Corey Teamer was taken into custody May 4th as being held on no bond, according to Harris County court records. And it's saying this person is tied to J. Prince Jr. The deputies went over to the gunman, not identified as, and yelled police while telling him to drop his gun. Police said Teamer stopped, turned around, and fired several shots at the deputies, according to police account of the shooting. Damn. That's the end of the paperwork on J. Prince Jr. back. So.
Yeah. So it. I mean, like I said, bro, dude. I know this shit sound crazy, bro. Yeah, cause like you said, like anybody else would be under the jail, but man, them motherfuckers got so many people in his pockets, bro. His daddy got so many people in his pockets, bro, that I'm not surprised that he not under the jail. I'm not surprised. Now, I don't think he got that type of pull with the feds, but this shit sounded like all state shit. I don't know, I might be wrong, but it sounded like all fucking Texas shit.
Hold on a second. I think I'm reading this J. Prince Jr. is Fed. Yeah, this is Fed paperwork.
It's Fed people, so that's yes. I don't know what's going on with him, bro.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Let me just double check that. J.
Prince
Jr.
That shit what?
Yeah, so this is Fed. United States of America versus J. Prince Jr. United States District Court, Southern District of Texas. Yeah, this is Fed, brother. Since 2019. Well, see, that's 6 years.
Versus J. Prince is fucking definitely federal. I don't know how this nigga is putting this shit up because, and like on some, like if we want to just see the nigga telling like what the fuck is this nigga involved in, like to be working, like, you know, I don't get it, like what the fuck is this nigga? how could he work for them? I mean, I ain't gonna say that. That shit sound crazy. What I mean is like I said, like what the fuck is this nigga involved in to even be a credible witness to anything, unless he just working and setting niggas up, like putting
I'm
out.
trying to. Now that what happened, we was on the app when that happened, right? That's in the federal paperwork, but they're listing it as like, hey, even if so, okay, let me try to quarterback this, right? It's in the section that says we need to get these devices placed into these quote unquote co-conspirators, for lack of a better term, to further our investigation, but we're at a stopping point, right? So we don't believe that we can even get anything from quote unquote cooperating witnesses or victims or anybody, because they're all afraid of the big U enterprise, X, Y, and Z, rolling 60s, retaliation, all that shit, right? In the Jay Prince case, though, right, they're speaking about the intimidation and the extortion of quote unquote professional athletes and celebrities, X, Y, and Z. So, two separate investigations. Big U, they got the murder of RW, they're getting his DNA to check that box. On the Jay Prince side, though, it looks like they're investigating all of these athletes that's been complaining about them being extorted. So now, if you go back to the Houston field office's call with Wack 100, that agent is on the phone and she's concerned if Jay Prince Jr. is threatening Wack 100.
Jay
Like, we
Prince
know that.
Jr. or Jay Prince
Sorry.
Sr.?
Oh, got you. Jay Prince Sr. Appreciate you. Is threatening Wack 100, right? Because that's the whole investigation.
That's his MO too. Like that's the
Right. Is remember at that time you got all the athletes, quote unquote, saying that niggas is pecking their pockets. You got the whole dice game in Houston, all of that in the paperwork. So it makes sense, put one and one together, that they're investigating the Jay Prince nigga off of the fucking information that the athletes are saying they're getting extorted. And obviously they're getting extorted with what? Threats, violence. How else do you extort people?
Yeah.
Remember, you got millions of dollars on the line and you got trick dice everywhere. That's them niggas in Mo.
Before we transfer traffic, we gotta get out of here.
Oh shit!
Like,
Time.
it's
Okay.
we 6 after the hour. See, my thing is like, maybe do you think they fucking letting the sun go to try to fucking just keep to catch this nigga? Cause they really want it. They really want the data. They want this. I know this for a fact. They want this nigga.
That's a fact.
So you think they just letting this nigga breathe so he can keep on making errors, and hopefully that lead to them getting the real nigga that they want? Cause like I said, this nigga don't come from this nigga a square. Like he just be around rappers.
This is what I will tell you though. This is what I will tell you. That just looking at their plays, if they're doing anything, it's gonna be RICO. It's gonna be federal RICO. That's the only way that they can kind of get away. Remember, it's a 2-act period, a 2-act minimum in a 10-year period. They got about 10 years of all this shit if they think about it. Right? So, if anything, they just have to conduct their investigation for 10 straight years and then boom your ass with the RICO.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So no matter what, think about the thug shit. They went back 20 plus years and had incidents, right? That they already prosecuted, already did because they tried to prove the RICO. And that was on the state level. So everything that everyone thinks they know about James Prince Sr., all the stories everyone thinks they know, does it sound like a federal RICO, my boy? I mean, you...
They've just been trying to get this motherfucker since the early 90s, bro.
And then if you look at the paperwork, I want to take away Wack's name out of it, right? If that's anybody else, right? That phone call is to get him to say that he's being threatened
Right.
by James Prince Jr.
Right.
Right? You agree with that? Because then at that point, it's, well, come in for an interview now. Come in and talk to us now. Are you willing to tell us what? Right? Because they're building that case.
Like that he was in danger. She tried to convince him. Like,
but to a square nigga from Delaware, of course they're gonna cooperate at that point, right?
Hey, not too much on Delaware.
My bad. Hit that link, yo. Of course they're gonna cooperate at that point. But it lets you know that that man is hot and he got an open federal investigation on him.
yeah.
So it doesn't matter if you're an idiot to be like, yo, okay, open investigation. What? That was how long ago? 2 years ago. Statute of limitations on normal shit is what, 3 to 5 years. So what the fuck are they investigating you for? Your line of questioning tells me what you're investigating for. Did he in you? I just want to make sure that no one's threatening your life. Oh, so reverse it. You got some evidence that that's what they do. Someone threatened somebody somehow, some way. And you're just adding my name to the list. So if you want to make a assumption that there's an investigation somewhere where the feds are alleging that Jay Prince Sr. is part of some extortionation plot on police and celebrities, you wouldn't be a fucking idiot to say that. You have enough investigation paperwork right now to prove that at least there was an investigation into their activities.
Right. We're gonna pick this shit up, man. Hit that link.
Hit that link, y'all.
310 now.
Clubhouse TV. Clubhouse TV. Clubhouse TV.
What's going down, YouTube? Clubhouse TV. Back with another one, y'all, and I appreciate you for checking back in and checking out the content. Now, today we're going to talk and react to what's about to shake the internet. We got Exposer, Prince, jumped out, as you heard, and started reading the paperwork connected to Big U right after a motion was filed to suppress the Title III wiretap evidence. And this is where things get real interesting, because anytime you hear Title III wiretaps, you already know that's federal level territory. It's not rumor talk, it's legal language. And let's be clear off rip. This is paperwork being discussed. This is public filings being reacted to, and none of this is a conviction. But what caught everybody's attention is what the defense is trying to suppress and why. Now, Prince starts breaking down the motion line by line, explaining that the argument is basically saying that these wiretaps have been suppressed, and tells you why they have been suppressed. Now, this is just some of the paperwork. As you heard Prince says, he has over 300 pages. But when somebody tells you to file that type of motion, it tells you one thing, that the wiretaps matter. Because nobody fights to suppress evidence that doesn't hurt them. Now, Prince is reading sections that allegedly outline how conversations were obtained, timelines, and how investigators connected the dots. While Prince is reading, the internet starts doing what it does best, connecting names, dates, and narratives. Clubhouse was going crazy. Big U has always positioned himself publicly as someone who understands the system, someone who's been around long enough to know how these things go. So when paperwork starts circulating and people are hearing federal terminology, shakes the room. Unless you think that Big U thought that he was just going to get away with working with them boys and doing what he was doing in the background. But as you see, didn't quite turn out like that. But the key point here is this. A motion to suppress doesn't mean guilt, but it does mean the case hinges on something specific. And that something is those wiretaps. Prince isn't saying this is the end. He's saying read what's on the paper. That's why this moment matters. Because once that paperwork hits the internet, it stops being about opinions and starts being about what's written, what's filed, and what's being challenged in court. Now, whether the judge grants, this is one of those moments where Clubhouse, YouTube, and the streets collide with the legal system. And as always, the paperwork doesn't argue, it just exists. We'll keep watching how this plays out because motions lead to rulings, rulings lead to outcomes, and outcomes change the narratives. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the content in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're always notified when I drop new content. Subscribe to the media team so you get that exclusive Wack 100 content. Any questions, suggestions, need me to advertise for you on my channel with over 47,000 subscribers? Just get at me on IG and I'll get right back to you. As always, I certainly appreciate you for checking out Clubhouse TV, and you already know I'm off to the next one. I'm out, y'all. Peace.